It seems daunting and tedious, but it may turn out good. That's the gamble. Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Abe Zucca, and this is Abe Zucca Gallery. There's all sorts of styles I do, different genres, if you will. If you look over here, there's some abstract stuff, and then there's some portraiture. From the front, when you come in here, I have a bunch of used books for sale. These are all paperbacks. I picked them out. They're stuff I tend to like to read. And I haven't read them all, but if someone else read them, then they could tell me about them. That'd be cool too. This just was put in. I started selling these about 6 months ago. And the reason why I did it is because a lot of times when people come into an art gallery or something of this sort, they spend such a quick time. It's like they're mysteriously scanning all the paintings and then they're gone. And I put the books here so they can linger a little longer. Just not too long, but long enough to where it's like cool. And sometimes they'll pick up something and I get to have a conversation with them while I'm also like working on a painting, or I don't know. Sometimes I have to do chores around here, like clean up things. These are some pieces I worked on the last couple months. These are done in oil and they're on board. I make all my own frames. So there's a few things I usually go off of when it comes to me deconstructing a painting or trying to find parts of a painting to use to create a painting. And a lot of that has to do with a palette, a color palette. So I could look at an old painting and find a color palette of that old painting and mix all those colors. And I could find all those little tones and mix up, like if you come over here, like on a palette, this is my acrylic palette. I usually paint in oil, but this is acrylic here. So in this little palette, I have these pools of color, and I could look at an old painting and mix all those tones from an old painting or a new painting or whatever painting. If I just keep it simple and I just break every painting down into palette and composition, and say, I don't even know what exists in there, but I just know it as color and shape, I can work off that. So this is something I'm working on right now. And I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I haven't really ever done a painting like this, but I'm hoping with this acrylic paint, I can smooth these lines with the black and the white in between. And then slowly kind of mix all these little tribal-like patterns around. It seems daunting and tedious, but it may turn out good. That's the gamble. I don't usually do this, but these are tedious. They were kind of exhausting. These are done in oil. And some of the paint it was wet, so I couldn't get a good line there. But I believe that in a painting, I believe that a sensitive viewer can see the time spent in a painting. This is some stuff I'm known for, like portraiture. This is something I finished over here recently. And these are kind of based on probably 3 different women, but then I find certain things I want to shape, and there's a neat light that hits, and that's what I was trying to work with. I was trying to work with this shadow of a pulsating color in the face. That was something I finished recently too, like the other one with the green frame. That was another cool thing I like to work with, is with frames, changing the different colors and then finding a single accent. So I used her eye to paint the frame. All these paintings, they seem different, but they all are hinting to the next painting. And so when people come in here and they see all these different styles, it's very hard for someone to categorize someone like me who's doing this jack of all trades stuff. My wife does the hair. I'm the weirdo at night who paints and talks, just rambles like I do. There's hair products. This is all organic hair, so there's none of that evil chemicals in here. I play some cool music. I sometimes play some records. Right here, I got a stack of records in the back. And the weather's great right now, and I'm glad to have the doors open. And I'm happy for this, the future of Abe Zucca Gallery and a Balloon Salon. Thanks for coming in.